Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Real Business Roundtable. Shout out to Powdered Toast Man. Today's episode is
sugar. Sugar. Are there certain types of sugar that are killing you? Let's talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about sugar, sweetness, taste.
Sweeteners.
Jake is blasting some unusual music on my headphones.
You just have your headphones turned up mad. Yeah,
so
boy.
Let's talk about sugar and sugar alternatives now. When you are trying to watch your sugar intake, which you should not load yourself up with sugar.
For people who and most people should understand this, but for people who don't, sugar equals calories, calories equals fat, right? Everyone needs a certain amount of calories in order to survive.
Yeah.
But too many calories turns into too much survival, which means fat. So, with that's the point I want to make is like normally when people, if you want to lose weight and you're eating a regular person diet, cut out sugar, you'll lose weight. Period.
Absolutely.
Done.
Yeah.
Period. Right?
Did you turn down my mic?
No, I didn't turn in your mic. This is 0 calories, no calories in this, but it's sweet because there's certain types of sweetener in this that has no calories.
Sugar alternatives.
But there's certain sugar alternative sweeteners that are not good for you because of the way they're made, because of where they're sourced from. They're very, very bad for your gut. They're very bad for your everything.
Now let's talk about in all of this is my opinion and my assessment.
Well, not necessarily, dude. Some of these sugars have really bad for you.
Well, I don't know if it's xylitol or erythritol that has the shady background.
No,
actually, Samir, can you check that? You'll see a lot of low sugar items get sweetened with something called sucralose. The brand name is called Splenda. I kind of took the bait when that stuff first came out, and I was like, oh wow, this is a great alternative. It tastes like sugar. You don't have all the carbs and the calories, but there is some research that says it's not really good for your gut flora. Now, what is gut flora? Gut flora is the microbiome, the bacteria, good bacteria that are in your digestive system that is, the experts say, that have a impact on a lot of body functions and a lot of health-related things like your immune system. So having a healthy, diverse gut flora is very important. There are studies that say, to my understanding, that sucralose can impact your gut flora. So I have backed away from using that. The problem is a lot of fitness companies and nutrition products have sucralose.
Well, it's an easily sourced sweetener, but so the whole idea behind it that made me go, whoa, and I may be wrong with this. Sucralose is made or cut or something derives from bleach or something. So
there's a process to make it not have all those calories. Go ahead, Samir. What were you gonna say?
Yeah. Did you want to finish here?
No, you good because I'll know what it is.
So on xylitol, the benefits is it helps with dental health, diabetes management, minimal effect of blood sugar, which is why. And weight management, because it's a low-calorie sweetener. Risks, digestive issues, a large amount of it. Cardiovascular concerns.
Is this xylitol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pregnancy and breastfeeding issues. For dogs, it'll kill your dog.
So this is my thing though. A sweetener that is in a lot of foods, but has these. How the fuck would it affect a pregnancy or like what?
Hey, I don't
so
know.
That's the thing is like, okay, so now get into where it derives from, because that's the big thing. And back to what I was saying. So I thought sucralose was great too. A lot of things have sucralose in it.
Good.
It tastes good. It's a good sweetener. There's 0 calories, which is the big but it's made with bleach, which is then being put into your stomach, which then just fucks up your gut. So what can you like? What part of that is that true?
To my understanding, there's a process that involves something like that.
Yeah.
That gets the calorie out or gets the carb out, and then it still has that sweet taste.
Yeah.
My personal decision is to not use sucralose. That is my personal opinion and my decision on what I put on my body. Now, what I do like is most recently you probably have heard about monk fruit, also stacked with allulose. Monk fruit with allulose is pretty damn good. That's what Magic Spoon uses, I think. I'm pretty sure. That cereal, the low-carb, high-protein cereal.
I don't know.
They combine monk fruit and allulose. Allulose. Now, can't take in too much allulose. It'll give you a little bit of a stomachache, but to my understanding, it does not impact your gut flora in a bad way. And then monk fruit is an extract from a fruit. It was derived from fruit, I believe, from Japan that diabetics would use to sweeten their tea or whatever and stuff like that. One other sweetener that I would love to talk about is stevia.
Yeah.
There are studies, and I don't know how accurate this is, but they say if you take in too much stevia, it can reduce blood flow to the testicles.
Sex organs. Okay.
I don't know about the sex organs. They say testicles. I don't know.
Interesting. Stevia? Don't you like you like stevia though, don't you?
Cameron's slowly putting the can down. No, but hey, just so you know, it has to be. I heard it has to be a lot. So the study the study was a lot, and they were like, the average person doesn't consume that much.
Stevia negatively impacts blood flow to testes at typical consumption levels. Wow. In fact, some studies have found that stevia can improve blood vessel function and testicular health, particularly in the case of diabetes. No evidence. Interesting. Well, you know, this is also based off of a Gemini overview.
Well, so I heard.
Hold on. This might be the what you heard, because if you scroll further down, Jake, some researchers have raised concerns that stevia, glycosides, the sweet compounds in stevia, have a steroid-like structure that could interfere with hormones.
It's some of these studies that say that it's consuming way too much of it.
Yeah, I mean, it normally should be.
So with stevia, I try not to take in a ton, a little bit here and there. My go-to is the monk fruit and the allulose. Sucralose, I will take in, if it's in something that's really good, like a protein shake, I'll probably do that once or twice a month, maybe. I don't know. I try not to take it in. Now, I do not like the pink stuff, sweet and low. I don't like saccharin.
Okay, yes.
I don't like aspartame.
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with those at all.
Well, explain why. But I just looked up. So one of the reasons why I like Jocko's products so much, actually, we have one of the energy drinks, is because he uses allulose, monk fruit extract, and Reb M, a compound found in stevia leaf, highly potent sweetener that is calorie-free and has a clean, sugar-like taste. I'm not sure what Reb M is. I don't know if you know what it is, but he does, for the most part, use allulose and monk fruit, which is one of the reasons why I liked his products so much, because they just seem cleaner than just using a sucralose or the other stuff that you don't like. What are the reasons why you don't like those other sweeteners?
So saccharin, which is sweet and low, the pink stuff, it was linked to something related to tumors. And then aspartame, if you look into this is to my understanding, that pilots are not allowed to take in aspartame because it allegedly causes some microscopic bleeding in the brain.
That, and then it says apparently it's bad for the kidney and the liver.
Oh boy.
Studies suggest that if you regularly eat or drink a lot of aspartame over a long time, it could harm your kidneys.
Cameron's running to the labs, getting his kidneys checked. Yeah, aspartame. Oh wow, aspartame is not good. You take aspartame?
Yeah, all
diet sodas. Damn. Go with Zevia.
Interesting.
Zevia.
Sweet and low.
Zevia. They sell it at Whole Foods.
So Sweet and Low.
Or Target.
Sweet and Low surprisingly increases your cravings for sweet things, which is interesting. So when you drink something with Sweet and Low, but I don't think a lot of things have Sweet and Low in it anymore, right? I feel like
that's more of like an 80s.
My grandmother used to
the pink.
The pink. Yeah, that's funny.
That's a wicked 80s thing.
Yeah, but it's bad for your gut. I wonder why. I'm not going to dig too far into this, but it's bad for your gut. Saccharin, Sweet and Low, bad for your gut, induces need for cravings of something sweet. Stevia, obviously, we don't know too much about it, but
Monk fruit?
yeah.
I don't know of any side effects of monk fruit. I know sometimes they put, I think, erythritol in the monk fruit, which I don't understand why they do that. Any side effects of erythritol?
Sam, look that up. So monk fruit, you were right, is Southeast Asia,
Yeah.
Thailand, a small fruit known as lo hon go, traditionally used in Asian communities and Chinese medicine, and its extract derived from compounds called mogrosides. It is used as natural zero-calorie sweetener. So it comes from Southeast Asia. It doesn't really look like there's many. The thing is with monk fruit is the only big things that it says is allergies, obviously hives, rash, breathing difficulty, stuff like that. But bloating and stomach upset, which I feel like that's only if you were to levels of erythritol to nearly doubled odds of stroke or heart attack. So erythritol is bad if it's apparently. But the monk fruit, the only bad thing is that it can cause bloating and stomach upset. What is erythritol?
Erythritol. I kind of try to stay away from that. But why is monk fruit being bundled with
Erythritol. I don't know. Fruit extract, while erythritol is a sugar alcohol that is often added to monk fruit sweetener to provide bulk and sugar-like texture.
So sugar alcohols can give you insanely bad stomach aches.
It looks like erythritol is added to monk fruit in order to make it cheaper and make it a lot more sweeter. But actually, it's funny. Red Bull and their sugar-free is now adding monk fruit to their drinks. It's not replacing sucralose, I think, but it's adding monk fruit to their drink, which actually I do really enjoy that sugar-free one. Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. Peace out. See you next time.